All right, thank God, thank God, thank God. In the mighty name of King Jesus. And I ask God help me. And this is something I want to talk about. And because this just something been on my mind. And I already would think about this even when I was in jail. I'm going to start out with the scripture first. So what I'm going to read first. It say, husband, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. Okay? So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. Okay, then I'm going to go down and I'm going to read, this is 5 and 31. Okay, and I'm going to read the end portion. They two shall be one flesh. I'm going to read that again. They two shall be one flesh. Okay, and I'm going to stop right there. I got another part I want to read too. This is in First Corinthians. Okay, because a lot of this is going on with people. Are you having problems in your relationship? What you should be married anyway. Are you having problems in your marriage? And I know I see a lot of women saying that, you know, whatever it's tension between them and their husband, and they not talking, or this or that, or the husband is being unfaithful. And this ain't just targeting toward women. This is for men too. Cause I want to say this. I'm gonna go right here. For me, this is where I look at. I look at from both perspectives. Okay, where it say, husband, love your wives. I think it definitely, you could dig into it. And this is my belief. Wife, love your husband as Christ have loved the church. Okay? Wives ought to love their husband as their own body. Love don't go one way, it go in both ways. Okay? And so what I'm gonna say is, like, a lot of people, and this could be a man or a woman. A man, the woman may be, seem like it's the man is like, oh, my wife she's not coming home, or you know, or you know, I don't know, just different things is causing tension. It's a state of unfaithfulness is there. What I want to say, and this person, they may be seeking God and they may be praying and saying, I won't need God to help my husband, or I need God to help my wife. But this is what a lot of people ain't seeing. Are you the problem? Are you the problem that's causing your husband to be unfaithful? Are you the problem that's causing your wife to be unfaithful? Yeah, are you the problem? Ask yourself. You may be seeing like you doing everything, whatever. The wife may be cleaning up and, taking care of the house or whatever. She might even have a job. And, she just go to work and come home. Whatever, she take care of the kids. The husband may go to work and go home and take care of the kids, or, however it is. And it could be either the woman or the man that's in a state of unfaithfulness. But are you causing a problem? Because this is what I want to say now. This is where I want to go to. Now you seeking God and you asking God to to help your marriage. But we just gonna say, for the man. I'm gonna put it on the man first. For the man, just say you having a woman and she is you having some type of unfaithful feeling there. Okay. Are you coming home after work and you tired? You know, she may been on cooked food for you. She may be trying to talk to you. And most of the time you like, I'm tired. Maybe you might go in there and take your shower, whatever, then you like lay down, hey look, I'm tired right now. And then you continue in there on tired thing. So what you doing is you neglecting your wife. Alright, you ain't giving her no attention. You didn't even tell her thank you for the food she cooked. She want to talk to you and ask you how your day went. You tell her you tired, you need to rest. Alright, so she go ahead and let you rest. But what you doing at that point, you neglecting her. You went to work so you could pay the bill. But at that point, life is sacrifice. You got to sacrifice that time to talk to your wife. Yeah, you got to sacrifice that. It say that a man, it's in Proverbs, a man shall praise his wife. You got to tell your wife, thank you. Hey, Taste the food. The food good, might taste good. You might not feel like eating. Hey, just at least taste the food out of, you know, you want to make your wife feel good, right? At least taste the food. Hey, I ain't hungry right now. Let me see how it tastes. Hey, it taste good. You know I'm tired. She asks you how your day went. You sacrifice that little sleep, 15, 20 minutes. You go ahead and talk to her. All right? You got a kid. You know you need to sacrifice that time and spend some time with your kid. Ask your kid how you doing. Don't just go to work and go to sleep because you went home and you may be providing for the house. See, that ain't going to work, because I'm going to tell you why this ain't going to work. Because then once you keep doing it, it's going to become a routine. You ain't going to be talking to your wife. You just going to be going home and paying bills, and it's going to be a state of neglect there. And once they go on so long, I'm just going to tell you the truth. What's going to end up happening, because it's happening in relationship right now. What's going to happen is, you don't never talk to your wife. You don't never tell her she pretty, she beautiful. You don't never like the food that she cook. You don't even eat the food that she cook. She ain't know how to throw it away half the time. You eat out when you out there. Get what she gonna do? Just the truth is, definitely, if she ain't just like totally, I'm talking about the extremists for God. Extremists. Get what she gonna do? She gonna end up finding another man gonna talk to her. Cause get what? The devil waiting to ease into and destroy your marriage anyway. That's what I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna root. If she do it, it's root from evil spirit. Cause get what? When you got a wife, another man looking at your woman all the time. Yeah, this is just the truth. When you got a husband, another woman looking at your man all the time. And it's led by evil spirits, but what evil spirits use? People. Okay, so guess what? By you neglecting her, and it's been going on for a minute. This didn't just happen overnight. She done found somebody else to talk to. That way gonna start at talking, because she don't want somebody else to talk to. And maybe she done went somewhere to the store or something, in some type of way the devil done eased in, and she don't, people doing it now online all the time in their relationship. They find other people to talk to online. Because she can't talk to you, so she wants somebody to talk to. You won't sacrifice your time because you so just like, I'm tired from going to work and I've been at work all day, so at least I paid the bill. At least I'm paying the bill. Alright, so I got the right to go to sleep. And that's selfishness. Okay, so guess what's gonna happen with that? She gonna ease off into another man's arms. That's what's gonna happen. And that's what's happening. Why is that happening? That's happening because you neglecting her. Okay? And this for the woman too. Yeah, because I'm gonna give you this example. If you're a man, if you just really love your wife, you should be loving your wife. Okay? So get what? When you riding up the street, you should want to text your wife. You know, you may be at the red light, you stop at the gas station. Hey, look, I'm stopping at the gas station. I love you. Hope you're having a good day. You at work, you on lunch break. You should be calling and talk to her. Hey, look, you know, just talking to her. When you get home, you should be ready to talk to her. Spend some type of time with her, whatever. But people ain't doing that. People being consumed by their lives too, and trying to keep up financially. And the only thing y'all do is trust God. You got a job, God gonna work it out. Alright, and I'm gonna say this for the woman. Now, the woman, she may have a job, she may not have a job, she may be at home, she might, you know, take care of the kid, whatever. And it could be just the other way around. The man come home from working or whatever, and you know, maybe both of them come home from working, you know, she got the kid, whatever, the kid, see about the kid's son. Maybe he want to talk to her, she like, oh, I'm tired. And you know, women have those little issues, I don't know how it is, but the little moody thing, and just, you know, and so she don't want to talk, and she just keep, you know, like, I don't know what people may do for their hobby. Some people watch TV, whatever. He may want her to watch a show with him. Or, you know, he want to talk to her about how his day went. Or he asking her about how her day went. On time, she can neglect him. She can neglect him and just go and, like, I got to see about the kids. So she like, I got to do this and neglect him by seeing about the kids. Yeah, because, see, you got to manage. All these got to be managed and incorporated together. But see, he got to be there too, and he got to have understanding too, and he got to incorporate himself with the kid. The two is one flesh. So if she doing something with the child, you help him. He help her. Okay, but she can be neglecting him like not fix no food. He come home, he can maybe looking for a plate. This happen in relationships. And a lot of this stuff seems small, but it destroy relationships. Marriages, because that's what you should be in if you got any type of shacking up or any of that together. You need to be married. But the thing is, okay, no, she neglecting him, say she ain't cooking no food. Nope. She ain't asking him how his day went. Say she on the internet scrolling on her phone all day. He trying to talk to her when she do get home. When she out work, I don't know what she may do. Whatever her interest is, she just go and indulge in her interest. However it is, she neglecting him. Okay, she's neglecting him. Just not. Then we ain't even talking about no physical intimacy part. We ain't even got there yet. Just like neglect with no conversation, no communication, not sharing any incorporating things together. What do? They might don't even spend no time together. There's many things you can do go spend time together. You know, you can go to the park, you can walk in the park. You know, you could go buy some bicycle, they exercise, ride bicycle together. You know, everybody has to eat. You can grill some food together, whatever. But they ain't spending no time together because they neglect. Get what he gonna do if he feeling neglect, and that's just a big part of it. You know, you could think of any scenario of neglect, and that's what happened. Neglecting the sharing of interest, neglecting embracing each other. Okay, guess what's gonna happen? He gonna veer out. It's another woman just waiting. She already ready to get your man anyway. It's another woman just waiting to get your man wrapped up in her arms. And get what that neglect gonna cause? You don't want to talk to him? Somebody want to talk to him. You don't want to cook for him? Somebody want to cook for him. Even if it ain't permanently. Because devil's working behind it. Just to destroy your relationship and destroy your marriage. Even if it's just temporary and he ease out and it don't never become permanent. The devil's just satisfied in destroying your relationship. So just that. Neglecting. Like you not in communication with him. He not communicating with you. And you know, y'all staying together. Only thing y'all doing is just sleep in the same bed. Just go to bed, go to sleep, and get up in the morning. Y'all just, you know, ain't no communication, ain't no quality time, ain't no none of that. Okay, and I'm gonna read this right here. It say, defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for the incontinency. Okay, this is talking about an intimate level. But see, that's why I say some stuff it could be understood on different levels. Cause what I'm talking about is what I'm just talking about, just the surface level. Okay, it say you defraud not one another. Don't defraud one another from quality time, because just something small like that, that's gonna lead to the temptation of Satan. Because it just started out with a conversation with whatever it is, another woman and another man, and evil spirit working behind it to cause even more, to destroy them and to destroy your marriage too. So people need to realize and understand this, because you know, a lot of women, oh, my husband, but did you cause it? By neglect. Did you cause that? Just think about, have you been neglecting your husband? Have you been neglecting your wife? If now it don't came to a point, and it most likely didn't happen overnight, if it don't came to a point where you thinking that they may be cheating on you or unfaithful. And, you know, I think about this story. It's in the Old Testament. I don't know whether the man get jealous and the woman was supposed to drink some bitter water or something, but that's not really that relevant to this. But I'm going to give you this story, what a man told me when I was in jail. And and I'm going to tell you the truth, and I didn't even go there and tell him, you know, that's what I'm saying about judgment. You really have to be stern, and I talked about that, and tell people the truth. And it's the same guy that was supposed to be the bishop-elect guy that I was talking about. He talks about this church. I don't know if he went to several different churches, for this church he went to, and he talks about the pastor because he's telling me like, hey, you ain't no earthly, you got to be some type of earthly good. I understand that because all he sees me do, I'm in Bible, man. I'm in the Bible all day, just be real. That's just me, okay? And he gives me this example. He tells me about this pastor. He says, I used to go to this church, man. This pastor, and he's at the church all day, and he just all into God. And when he died, his wife got up there and she said some things. I'm gonna tell you bluntly what he said. He said that his wife got up there and said, "We haven't spent time together in like 7 years. We haven't been intimate as far as physical intimacy in almost 7 years. He's not really, even around our son like that, because he's in here. He's at the church all day. He's at the church all day." And it was a big thing. And like the way I understood it, she's really kind of talking bad about him after he has passed on. And see, these issues should have been addressed while he was alive. And this is what I want to say too. I'm going somewhere else with this. But like, okay, where I want to go to, that's Ephesians. It says the two are one flesh. So if you're not spending time together, I would assume you knew who this man was before you married him. And if you want to spend time with him, why don't you go to the church and spend time with him? There you all should be together. The two are one flesh, so you shouldn't be separated anyway. If he's at church and you're at home, you're not working a job, so you just like a stay-at-home mom. You should be at the church. And where should your son be? Your son should be at the church. Okay, and then after a time, after you there, I'm pretty sure he would listen to you. God would even speak to him and tell him, hey, you need to just go home with your wife. And you go home and you will have, you have intimacy with your wife, or she will have intimacy with her husband. And that was the thing, that's the thing that I understood from it. Like, no, you can't blame it on him. Maybe, it may be him, but, separation. And right now, when I'm talking about this, I'm thinking about, the verse that says, he that hateth not his wife, he cannot be my disciple. But the thing, what I'm saying is, like, she should have went there and inquired. They should share the same interests, and then the two would have been one flesh. He would have been there. And she wouldn't have had to get up there and have that testimony, because guess what? It seemed like he was neglecting her, but she neglected things herself, because if she would have went to the church with him, and what better place to be? Then guess what? She would have never had to say he's not home, or he's not this, or he's not that. And he should have invited her. See, this is what I'm going to say on his part. He should have been like, hey, you need to come up here to the church with me. I want you to come up here to the church with me. Come on, we need to spend time at the church together. Hey, bring the kids up here, cause we need to be at the church. And they should have had a conversation. See, no communication. That's what I'm talking about. And even though he didn't say anything about she went and stirred off with another man, but the whole thing is, just think of unhappiness is there. And that's evil. Unhappiness, all that comes in, it's probably depression there too. And it's because of no communication. And the only thing I can see, they should have communicated, and he should have been at church. Now, this is where I want to go. I ain't going to focus on that too much. I gave you this example. And this is what we don't understand. When you get ready to marry someone, and marriage is a sacrifice. That's what marriage is. Christ sacrificed his life for us. And marriage is supposed to be an example of the love of Christ for the church. So it's sacrifice. When you marry people and when you get in a relationship with someone, you need to know who you get in this relationship with. Yeah, do you share the same interests? Because it's still a physical part too. Or are you going to be compatible? Do you share the same interests? Do you have the same desires? It ain't just about how nobody look. And that's what with the world, because most people just get together because they look, they like the way this person look, they like the way this person look. But, and it ain't long later, and then see, they end up getting into bed too fast, and then it ain't long later, maybe they don't got a baby now. And the thing is, you start finding out this person, you don't like nothing they like, and this just because this happens in the world a lot. I don't listen to nothing but gospel music anyway. You don't like the type of music they like. You don't like the type of food they like. You know, you don't like their sleeping habits. You know, you don't have no common interest. You don't like the type of movies they watch. You know, you don't have nothing, you don't share no common interest with this person. Only thing you liked was the way they look. And then you know what that is. That's nothing anyway. That relationship most likely gonna be destroyed because it was nothing grounded in it. It was built off of the way it was built off of lust, just really because of looks. Because lust definitely works a lot through the eyes, just built off of how somebody looks. So that's why you got to assess it before you get in the relationship with people. Because do you share the same interests? Besides a look, do you share the same interests? Are you willing to sacrifice your desire, whatever it may be? It could be something small. Small stuff destroys marriages. Are you willing to sacrifice your sleep? Yeah. Whatever it is, you could think about it, because when you don't do it, guess what? It gonna be, the enemy is already, say, the enemy walking about like a roaring lion to destroy your soul. If he trying to destroy your soul, he's trying to destroy everything you got. He's trying to destroy your marriage. So guess what? Are you gonna let that in? Because if you ain't ready to sacrifice your sleep, it's a devil out here that's running around in somebody that's trying to get up in between your marriage. And get what? They got somebody gonna pretend like they ready to sacrifice their sleep. And if it ain't no true commitment there, and if it ain't just like to death do us part, get what? Evil gonna happen in your relationship. So you need, people just need to consider these things, like about, neglecting in any way. Definitely when you marry, consider who you marry and consider what do you like, what do they like. Are y'all, are y'all the like-minded? Okay, it's gonna be things you're gonna have to, I'm gonna say nothing against God, but things you're gonna have to work with. That's the best way I want to say it, because I don't want to say compromise. You're gonna have to do something you may not like if you want to please the woman, and the woman gonna have to do something she may not like if she want to please the man. Just something like some type of sacrifice. And it's just gonna have to be the way it's gonna be. But if you truly love this person, then you want to satisfy them and you want to please them, so you would do it. Okay, whatever that may be, and hopefully it's not against God. But when you have that selfish, okay, I'm just gonna say something small for me like this here, and this might sound crazy. I don't. I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. This is something I can just say this. Like, I don't like gravy, and I don't like slimy food. Yeah, I don't like gravy, and I don't like slimy food. Yeah, I don't. Just truly, I don't. I don't eat gravy, and I don't eat slimy food. Okay, but just say if I was with a woman and she liked that kind of food, would I eat it? Yeah, I would eat it. If she cooked that, I would eat it, and I would try it, just to satisfy her. Because other than that, I wouldn't eat it, and I wouldn't just be like, oh, I don't want to eat that. So I'm just giving you a small example, something small like that. Because guess what? If that woman cook that food and you don't eat it, guess what it's gonna do? She may not say it, but it's gonna make her angry. Yeah. So small stuff like that. It's small stuff. You start out with small stuff. We ain't even got to get into the big picture of stuff. So when you're not doing stuff, just you could take it anywhere you want to with your imagination. When you're not sacrificing some of the little small things that you may not like, or like, I don't want to get up. In the middle of the night or something. They may snore or something. You never know. And it begins to cause tensions, and it begins to, grow. And this is what else I want to say too, because we got to understand this. Things don't stay the same they either grow or they die. Nothing stays the same. It either grows or it dies. When you come out the womb, you growing and you growing and you growing and you growing until you grow so much, then you begin to age, and then eventually you pass from the flesh. A tree, it grows and it grows and it grows. Bushes, they grow and then they eventually die. Nothing stays the same. Okay, nothing stays the same. So it's not gonna stay there. Love either gonna grow or love either gonna die. Hate either gonna grow or hate either gonna die. Tension either gonna grow or tension either gonna die. You know, things are not gonna stay like in one place. It's not gonna stay there, you know. So this is why I just want to leave it at that. And I just say this, and I want to say this again. It's the last thing I want to say. God help me. If you having problems in your relationship, consider yourself, and don't just look at the person who's doing the outward wrong. It's selfishness and neglect causing these problems inside your relationship. Just think about that. Just think about that and think about the small things. Because it seems like small things don't matter. Zechariah 4:10, who have despised the day of small things? Alright? So think about that now. I'm going to let you go. Thank God, thank God, thank God in the mighty name of King Jesus.